This is the story that took the world by storm, where Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, gets fired by the board and setting up a chain of events which looks straight out of a movie rather than real life. But there's still one big question to be answered. That is, why did Sam Altman get fired? And they're going to try to decode that. But let's not get ahead of ourselves and start at the beginning, where it was. It starts on October 16, where Sam Altman gets a text message from Ilya that can you please join a meeting tomorrow at 12 in the afternoon. And that's when Sam says, sure, let's go ahead. And he joins the meeting next day on November 6th. At this moment, before Sam joins the meeting, there are only two people who know that Sam is going to get fired. One of them being Meera Murati, who's going to take over as the interim CEO, and the second person being Ilya. It's November 17th, and OpenAI has announced that Sam Altman has been fired as the CEO. And also Greg Brockman, who is the president of the company, will be stepping down from his role and will be still important to the company. He hasn't been fired, but he's not going to be on the board of the company anymore. And probably one of the most craziest things that happened is Greg goes and says that I'm also quitting OpenAI. And this is where the major problem starts. Both Sam and Greg say that they're leaving the company, they're not happy with this, and they want to move forward to see what the next steps. Meera Murati becomes the interim CEO. Satya releases a tweet saying that we are going to support OpenAI no matter what, and there is no reason to panic about everything that they're offering right now is all away. ChatGPT is going to work, everything's going to work. But the story still seems developing. Let's get to it. It's November 18th, and Sam puts out a tweet where he's wearing the OpenAI guest visitor pass, and he says that this is the last and first time that I'm going to be at this. It shows that there may be a way that Sam is going to go back to OpenAI when board technically, I think, realizes their mistake that they have fired one person who was not just a CEO, but also rallied all the employees around. Because something starts happening on Twitter. Sam Altman posts a tweet that I love OpenAI team so much. And every OpenAI employee, as many people as I could find, all start retweeting, even Meera Murati, the person who is actually the interim CEO. We're in November 19th, and when we see probably that the story will die down, that okay, this one, the new structure forward, something crazy again. Instead of Meera Murati being the interim CEO, it's Emmett who becomes the interim CEO. But yeah, this person was formerly the chief executive officer Twitch and accepts this opportunity and writes a huge Twitter post explaining, yes, that this is an amazing opportunity, Einstein, but also leaves a specific breadcrumb in there that understands what actually happened and why was Sam fired. He specifically writes that the board did not fire Sam over the safety implication that everyone thinks about. Remember this piece, we're going to dive deeper into this. And then Emmett comes around and we think that, okay, well, this is the end of it. Again, as the world goes, it's 20th November. And Microsoft announces that Satya has convinced Sam and Greg to run a new AI division for Microsoft. Not only that, they were ready on standby to get Sam and their engineers to the new Microsoft offices with all the HR teams and MacBooks ready to be given to them. This was probably one of the best corporate moves in the history, but this happened exactly before the trading belt on that day and it shot up the Microsoft stock price by a crazy amount. And when you understand that, everyone hailed Satya as one of the best CEOs of the world. And rightly so. He did the best hire of his history by acquiring a whole company for $0, quite literally. And so this news starts spreading like wildfire, right? Microsoft is going to have Sam Greg. They announced that, yes, they want to join. It's the same mission and everything is great. But there is one more thing happening. Every OpenAI employee, including Ilya, the person who actually fired Sam, goes on Twitter and they send out a letter that they want the board to resign and step down and get Sam back. This is November 20th. This is trending across Twitter. And we still think that, this is probably like a lot to leave and that's going to happen and they will probably join Microsoft. No, on November 21st, Sam is back. Sam is back at OpenAI. And that's something that I'm sure one of you already know by clicking on this video. Sam is back and he goes out and fires the board. That's the first thing he does, right? But there's something still crazy about this. We still don't know why was he fired. Nobody has told anything specifically about why was Sam fired. I think I have some insights. Let's get into it. As soon as Sam is back, something gets start trending on Twitter. It's Q learning, right? And Q learning simply is a machine learning technique where the model learns using feedback. That means it takes decisions next time by understanding what happened wrong or right in the first instance, just like we humans do. We take a decision, we see how it pans out, and then we take the right decision next time or we learn from it. That is what GPT-5 is supposed to be. Because Sam was talking about GPT-5 a couple of weeks back in multiple interviews that we are working on GPT-5 and it's going to come. What if GPT-5 was not just another GPT level model, just
incrementally better than GPT-4. What was it? It was exponentially better. Imagine a model which understands decisions and which understands what it needs to do automatically, which learns in real time and takes the right next steps. That is probably one step less than AGI, if not already there. And what if that was the communication that Sam did not have with the board? What if that was the question that everyone wanted him to talk to board about, because there are specific implications of that? The world is ready, maybe in some ways for AGI in some places, but not for everyone. And what if that was the reason they fired him? Because Ilya, the guy who actually fired Sam, has this as the Twitter bio. If you value intelligence above all human qualities, well then. And that says a lot for some reason, because this person is not someone who is just got on a board as a corporate America. He's a person who knows science, who understands the depth of this technology. So what if they actually created something that is probably just one step away from AGI, and they're going to commercialize it to us? This is still a working theory. The story is still developing. But if you've reached till here, do subscribe, like, share, and comment. It helps me a lot. And please tell this algorithm at least that push my videos until AGI actually takes over. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. And thank you so much for watching.